Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kobe and this is SkyTech Digital. Now in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can be able to create a free slider, very beautiful free slider in WordPress. Now as you can see, sometimes creating a slider is very complicated, but this plugin over here helps you to be able to create free sliders, very beautiful free sliders, design it yourself the way you want it, using WordPress. And this video is all about free things, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and let's go. So maybe you want to create sliders like this. Okay, so you see this one over here, very beautiful with beautiful animations over here. You want to create something like this, very beautiful, or maybe something as beautiful as this one over here, with all the animations coming in very beautifully, just like this one. Okay, yes, you can do that. You can really do that for free. Like, let's check this one also too. This one too is very beautiful with all animations. This is a food, like a restaurant website slider. Okay, so you are doing a restaurant website, and then you want a very beautiful slider as you want. Let's say your hero page, your hero session over there, you can create this beautiful slider over here and use it. Okay, very beautiful. Or maybe a digital blog, just like this one over here. You can have a very nice slider to display your blog post. Okay, as you can see, very nicely done over here. Or even a video, you can even have a video. Okay, so let's look at this one over here. So as you can see, this is what a video slider. Okay, so as you can see, very beautiful slider over here. Now of course you can do this for free. Okay, you can do this for free without buying anything. Okay, and that is exactly what I'm going to show you today. So let's jump into how we can be able to create this slider. I'm going to introduce you to a new plugin, and that is what we're going to do. Firstly, log on to your admin dashboard of your WordPress. Now we're going to install a new plugin. Okay, so make sure that you have that plug. You go and then install that plugin. So go to hover on plugins over here, and then click on add new. Okay, now that you're over here, now type in this plugin. The name of the plugin is Depictor. Yeah, very good. So Depictor over here. Okay, Depictor slider. Just type in Depictor slider, and then of course it's gonna say what, install now, just like this one over here. So click on it. I've already installed it. Click on it, okay, to install now, and then it will say what, activate, and then click on it to activate. Okay, so we're gonna install this plugin, which is what, by Aveta. Okay, so Depictor slider over here. Now this is a free plugin that you can use to create your own slider. Okay, now the moment you install it, you're gonna have this menu item over here which says what, Depictor. Okay, so make sure that you click on it. We're gonna start creating the sliders. Okay, now the amazing thing is that this plugin have tons and tons of free template, slider template that you can easily import, and then do some few changes and make it your own. If you want to start from scratch, of course you can do it, but this one have free template over there. You can import, and then use them as your own. So all these template over here, you can just click and edit it. All these ones over here, just click and edit it, change the colors, change everything, and then you are good to go. Okay, there's no coding, nothing, all about design. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to click on create slider over here, and as you can see, like I said, we have tons and tons of templates over here. You can choose from. Okay, all these ones are free. There is no pro thing over here. Everything you see over here are free. You can use any one that you want. Okay, so let's say we're gonna import this one over here. So I can preview it. Okay, so as you can see, this is how it looks like, very nicely with all the animations over there. So I like this one. I like this one. So how do I do it? Let me close this one over here, and then as you hover on it, we have preview and then what, import. So I'm going to click on import to what, import this template. Now it will bring you to the what, the editing section of the what, of the slider. Okay, so this is the page where you can edit, or just delete everything and create your own thing. Okay, so this is the place where you can do what, you can edit the templates that you want. Okay, now if you want to create your own, maybe you want to create it afresh, of course you can what, you can create your own slider, but this one we are going to edit this one. Now the reason why I'm going to take you through how to edit this one is because I know a lot of people will use the what, the template, and then you need to know where you have to go to what, to change some few things if you want to change it. So like, let's say this whole editing page over here just looks like if you are used to Canva, you realize that this is quite just like Canva over here. So everything over here, the editing and pane and all these things over here, just like what's Canva. Okay, so they have tons of stock photos that you can choose from. Okay, and then you can what, change text using this text button over here. You can select all kinds of text that you want to change over here. You can change the font size, the font family, everything whenever you select the text. And then you can also import videos, okay, from YouTube, from Vimeo, and then even some stock videos over here. And then shapes and vectors. Okay, so if you want to insert this shape, so as you can see, some of these ones are all shapes over here. Okay, so this one is the logo, all right, but as you can see, these things are all shapes. Okay, so this one is a shape, this one is also a shape. Okay, so you can import some shapes over here. You can just click on it and drag it over here. And then the buttons. Okay, so this is a button over here. You can choose any style that you want. And then we have the controls. Okay, so these are all controls. These are what we use to control the slider over here. Okay, so as you can see, these are the controls. So these are some the main things that you are going to you're going to play around with, you're going to use. Okay, now this one's also edits the items over here. So for instance, if I want to change the color of this one, if I click over here, you realize that this pane over here, or this section over here changes with all the the editing, the styles and everything will come over here. Okay, so it's very easy for you. So like I said, you can do some editing and other stuff over here using this one. So whenever you click on any item over here, the attributes, or the styles and everything, this place will show you everything so that you can be able to make some changes in it. Okay, so I want to change the color of this one. So of course, I see color over here, I can click on it and then change it to this one over here. Okay, so as you can see, this has changed. I want to still change the color of the button. Okay, so what I do is I click on it, and then when I scroll down, I can see the color of the background over here, and then I can pick this color as my color. And then of course I can also decide to change this color over here, so I can change it to suit, making it all the same colors. Okay, so that it will blend with my brand. Okay, it will make it very unique. Now of course, if I want to replace this one also, I can still do the same thing with it. Okay, so I can just delete it and then put my own my own kind of thing over there. So let's say I want to just delete this one. I can just click on delete to delete it. I can go to shapes over here and then just bring in any shape over here. So I want to paste a shape over here, and then I can just make it small. Okay, so let's say I want to make it small, and then I can drag it to position it the way that I want it. Okay, so let's say I want to make it this way, and then also change the color to suit the color that I want. So I want this one over here, and then I can um, just drag it, or use the arrow keys to move it the place I want. So as you can see, I have done some few changes over here, okay, and that is it. Now of course, if I want to change the text over here, I can just select the text by double clicking it, or I can just select it all over here, and then maybe delete the text, okay. So I want to delete it, and then write my own thing over here. So we make let's say I just want to say we make your, so we make your, okay, and then I can, let me come, and then I can just bring it over here. This one I give it spaces, 2 spaces, okay. So we make your let's say I want to say website, okay. So we make your website better, okay. So just like this one, okay, very unique. And then the same way I can also write some things I want to write over here, okay. It depends on whatever I want to write. And then of course, with the button, as you can see, the text is not really visible. Now if I want to make it really visible, the same way I edited this text, I can also double click it, or highlight it over here, and then this design panel that opens over here, all I can do is I can change um, the width of the text, okay. So I will make it with extra semi bold, okay. So I'll make it semi bold, so that will be a little bit visible for people to see, okay. And that is it. Now the same way I can do the the editing and other stuff over here, okay. These are all icons you can just drag and drop over here, okay. That is it. Now with the clicking and other stuff of the button, for instance, okay. So as you can see over here, this design um, design how do you call it, panel over here, okay. This design panel over here has different tabs over here, okay. So we have the design, we have the options, we have the the hover, we have the animation, and then we have we have the action, okay. So with the button, we're gonna say action. Now with the button, for instance, we want somebody click on it, it will take the person to a different place. So we say you can choose between all these actions over here, okay. So how do you choose? So this one says go to URL. So when somebody clicks on it, you want it to go to a different URL. So of course we can decide to use click or mouse over, or mouse in, or mouse out, okay. So when somebody click on it, we want to add an action. And what action is it? It is go to URL. That is the action type. Now we can edit this action type and then type in the URL that we want it to go. So let's say we want it to go to facebook.com, okay. Just an example I'm making. Or let's say we want it to go to Kitech Digital.com, okay. So we want it to go to kitechdigital.com. We type it over there, and then do you want it to delay? And then the trigger is to click, okay. You can choose any trigger type, but the trigger is to click. And then do you want it to open in a new tab, okay. It's also there. So all these things you can set it up, and then we can you can just close it, okay. So now when we click it, when you check it, it's over there, okay. So when you click it, it's supposed to take you to this URL over here, okay. So that is that is for the the action over here. So you can do this for any clickable item that you want to you want to make any action on it, okay. So let's say even this one, we want somebody to click it, and then to go to you take the person to some place, okay. So raise a support, you want to also set an action for it, okay. So you can say when somebody clicks on it, it should go to URL, and then the trigger is what click, and then the action that you want to add, you can also what add, the action. So let's say facebook.com, okay, and then should be what click, and then we can close it. So that is the action that we want to add for this one also. So that is what basically it. Now we also have the controls also, okay. So these are the controls that we want to use. Now with the same way for the controls also, you can also add actions to it, okay. So when somebody click on it, where do you want the controls to also go? So with the controls also, you can also add what action to it. So we want it to go to what, either go to slide, okay. So you can let it go to a different slide, okay. So either a previous slide or whatever slide, okay. You can also make that same thing, and then the same thing applies to this one also. So slideshow control, okay. So this is what slideshow control, okay. So wherever you want it to be, you can use the same way. So let's say we want it to be slideshow control, and it should be on click, okay. So or we want to say go to slide, okay. So when somebody clicks on it, it will take the person to the slide, and then this one will be previous slide, or you can select the slide that you want it to go. So this one is previous slide. So when somebody clicks on it, it goes to the previous slide, okay. And that is it. Now let's look at this one also. When somebody click on it, what does it do? We also say go to slide, okay. So when somebody clicks on this one, let's say when somebody click on this one, also goes to goes to slide. And what is the slide that you want? It is supposed to go to the next slide, okay. And that is it. So this is how you can be able to start editing everything, okay. Now we've seen what goes on between the action and the design. Now we also have options over here, okay. So the options also can show you the responsive, and then any other options that you want to get, and then you can also add your custom styles over here, okay. And that is it. And then the hover also is for the the mouse, okay. So as you can see, when I hover something over here, the background color is changing over here, okay. So I can decide to change it to a different thing over here, and you can see that the background color changes, okay. So when somebody click on it, it is the color changes, okay. So that is it. And then we also have animations, okay. You see all those animations that comes whenever you are you are scrolling to, like let's say this one for instance. When I slide it, you can see all those animations. We can use the animation panel, okay, to change any animations that we want. Now as you can see, this one is selected, okay. So if I select this one for instance, if I select this one, I can make any animations that I want it to happen. So as you can see, it will scale up to 130%, okay. And then the movement is from right, and then 50%, 50 pixels, okay. So it will also fade. The animation is fade. So you can do all kinds of animations to it. The same thing applies to this one, okay. And then this one also, as you can see, this one is also the direction is top, and then the movement is 60 over here, and then the duration is 200 and 2300, okay, milliseconds. And then the delay is 700 milliseconds, and then the ease is expo. The ease type is asked out. So you can do a whole lot of animations that you want, okay. So as you can see, these are all the animations that you can see over here. You can preview it, and then see how it looks like. So that is how you can also add animations to it. Now let's go back to the design panel over here, and then what we're going to do is if you look down over here, okay, if you look down over here, we have this one, which is the previous slide, and this one is the next slide, okay. And this one is new, if you want to add new slide, okay. And this one opens the slide panel. So if I click over here, it will open all the slides that I have over here for me, okay. So If I want to add a new slide, I can just click over here and then add a new slide. Now let's go to the next slide over here. So as you can see, this is what also the next slide. The same changes that we did on the other one, we can also do it the same way. So we click over here, and then the design panel will open for us. We can change what the color, the same thing over here. We can click on it, and then change the what the color of the background. The same way we can click on this one, change the color of the background. Okay, if you want to change this image, we can also decide to replace it with our own image, or choose any stock photo that we want to choose. Now of course you can also upload your own images. Okay, you can click over here to upload your own images that you also want to upload. So this slider is basically one of the best sliders, free sliders. You have access to everything. Now like I said, if you know how to use Canva, this is very, very easy for you. Now when you are done with your editing and then your everything, okay, let's say you are done with everything is okay for you, you are good to go. Now all what you need to do is to click on publish over here. Okay, now they said you have one unpublished changes, so you can click on this publish over here. So we click on publish changes, and then it will publish this one for us. Now after it has been published, now we're going to copy this shortcode. Okay, this is a shortcode that we're going to copy. So copy this shortcode over here. Just make sure that you copy it, and then come back to your dashboard over here, and then I'm going to show you how you can insert it in any page or any post. Okay, so as you can see, we go to add new. Let's go and add new. I want to add a new page. Okay, for it. Now I'm going to give the page a title as slider 2. Okay, because I have a page title slider 1. I'm going to change this one because I want to use Elementor to use. I'm going to change it to Elementor canvas. Okay, over here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to publish it. Now of course I want to edit it with Elementor, so I'm going to click on edit with Elementor. And then I'll create a structure. Okay, I'll select the structure, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit the session over here. I'll change this one to full width. I'll change this one to no gap. I'll give the height to minimum height, and then I'll give it a VH over here. So I'm going to select VH and then change it to 100 VH. Okay, and then everything is okay. I'll just stretch this one over here. Now I'll click in the middle, the plus in the middle over here, and then I'll search for short code. Okay, and when I search for short code, I'm going to drag the short code over here, and then I'll paste the short code that I copied. Okay, so as you can see, it is trying to insert the short code. Don't worry about it, just click on update to update it, and then let's take a look at how it looks like. So I'm going to view it in the new page, and then you see how the slider looks like in a new page. Now guys, as you can see, this is how it looks like. Okay, very unique, very nicely done. Now we can play with it. Okay, so as you can see, of course we did not edit this one. Okay, so as you can see, everything is unique, and everything is nice over here, very beautiful and very, very professional. Okay, so this is how you can create a very beautiful slider using this plugin in WordPress. Now of course, some of you might say, is this slider responsive? Yes, it is responsive. Okay, it is responsive. Now if you go back over here and then you want to check the responsive mode, you can check it out. Okay, so as you can see, this is the tablet mode. Okay, and this is the phone mode. Okay, so this is how it looks like on the phone. Now let's go back over here, and then I want to go back over here, and then try and then edit this one. So this one is let me see. Okay, so with the column gap, I said no gap. Okay, so it's fine, everything is correct. Now what I seen is I there is a little bit of space, white space at the top over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to what unlink the margin and give it a negative margin of 20. Okay, negative, margin of 20, and then see if it fixes that thing over there, because I don't want to see. Yes, so as you can see, it fixes that thing over there. Okay, so you can still give it what a little bit of that kind of what margin over there, and then let's refresh it and see. I don't want to see any white thing over there, so as you can see, it fixes that thing over there. Okay, yeah, so that is how you can be able to create. Now, like I said, it is what mobile responsive. So let me just right click over here and go to inspect over here. Okay, and then let's see it on the mobile side. So as you can see, this is how it turned out to be on the mobile side. Very, very responsive over here. Okay, now if the person want to scroll, the person can decide to scroll it, and then it will still have that kind of animation. Okay, very beautiful animation over there. Now, of course, this is the changes that we did, and then because we did that change, we did not make the animation the shape. Okay, that is why the shape is over here. Okay, but don't worry about that shape too much. You can fix it your own. Okay, so guys, that is how you can be able to I add a slider to it, so you can go ahead and then create these beautiful sliders for yourself and for your website. Okay, so thank you for watching and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.